doesn't have the charisma and the personality.
Yeah, I agree, and he's made some huge mistakes lately too. So.
And he's a good guy. Don't get me wrong, Cruz people. If he's the nominee, I will gladly work and vote for him. But I'm afraid he just does not have, and it's very important. Charisma is important.
Yep.
It's sad to say.
Right on. Okay,
bye-bye.
Take care. All right, so you know what I mean? I guess I am with the Michigan primary coming up. At this point, Cruz is my number 2 and Trump is my number 1. I don't know what can change to make me go the other way, but I think Mike hits a really important point, and that point is electability. Cruz has got I love him, and I was hoping at that last debate that, once they had heard that Scalia had died, that Trump, I think, could have shocked everybody by saying, you know what, I would appoint that guy, Ted Cruz, as my nominee. I would love it because I do believe Ted Cruz is the most conservative constitutionalist in the running for president of the United States, and would love to see that. But I don't know that that's going to happen. I really don't. So who will get the nominee or the nomination from Barack Obama? He's already said he's not going to put a moderate or he's not going to put a conservative up for a nominee. And the Republicans are pushing back. McConnell's already said we're not going to look at anybody. And before anyone says anything more about it's not right for Republicans to block any nominees, 25 of the last 36 people who were blocked never got a hearing. So it's not necessary for the Republicans to say, yes, we're going to hear them, even though we don't. Don't waste your time in the Senate. Don't waste the country's time in the Senate. If you don't have 2/3 vote ready for, or at least close to 2/3 for something to argue about, don't waste anybody's time and put somebody up there for a hearing. It's really pathetic for Barack Obama to even think that. He's completely entitled to nominate, and the United States Senate is completely entitled to say, yeah, we're not going to give you a hearing, or maybe we'll give you a hearing. So I don't want to hear that. It's the Senate's job to prove, and they need 2/3 vote for that. Okay, on the line, let's see if we can get Sam from the Washington. This is Sam Collier, I think, from the Washtenaw County Republican. Sam, welcome to the show. I think you want to talk about the Lincoln Day dinner we got coming up, right?
Yes, I do.
Give us some details, when it is and when it's coming out.
Okay, it's next Thursday at the Travis Point Country Club in Ann Arbor. We have a private photo reception. It's starting at 6 o'clock with Senator Patrick Colbeck.
And we love Pat.
Yeah, love him. Sue Wahlberg, wife of Tim Wahlberg, 7th District
wonderful lady,
Congressman.
Yes.
Ambassador Ron Weiser. And special guest speaker is going to be Maura Corrigan.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, so you got a good lineup for the that's it doesn't get much more conservative than that, does it?
No, it doesn't. And we will have dinner from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And we'll also have key remarks by Ms. Corrigan and our special guest. And Ms. Corrigan is quite accomplished. She was a Michigan Supreme Court justice, the Chief Justice, for 19 years, as well as an appeals court judge. And she served 3 years under Rick Snyder as the director of the Michigan Department of Human Services. Her remarks, I think, are going to center around the welfare system and what's wrong with it and how we can reform it.
Okay, and how much are tickets going to be, Sam?
Tickets are $70 today for dinner. And if you want to sign up for the special photo session starting at 6 o'clock, as well as dinner, it'll be $200. And that's prices as of today. We also have sponsorships and full table pricing, and you can get that pricing online, and you can register online at wash-gop.com, wash-gop.com. I want to point out that this is one of our major fundraisers for the year, and we want to elect conservative Republican candidates to local offices as well as the presidency. As I just heard you talking about the Supreme Court business, not only do we have Justice Scalia, who tragically passed away, but we have a bunch of other older justices.
There's a ton of federal judgeships that need to be filled, and
yes.
The Republicans have been dragging their feet because they don't want Obama filling them up with a bunch of liberals, and I can understand that. It's a tough process. I understand it completely, but it is what it is.
Yes.
Okay, and let me ask you, Sam, before I let you go, do you have any inside scoop? We've got our primary coming up March 8th. I know the Washtenaw GOP is situated in the heart of liberal Ann Arbor, Ypsi area, but you got any internal polling data on how our different GOP candidates are going to do in Michigan?
No, I don't. I absolutely don't. Okay. What we try and do is we have various members supporting various candidates, but we don't have any polling data at this point for Michigan.
Okay, and you guys are kind of spread across the spectrum, I imagine?
Yes, we are. We have a number of Cruz supporters, a number of Carson supporters. Those are the ones that I know about. I'm personally a Cruz supporter.
Yeah, well, he's my number two. He was my number one for the longest time, but I've got some issues with Ted. But I will support Ted or Trump or Rubio, and I think it's going to be one of those three. But those are the three guys. Whatever. If I have to vote for one of them, I'm going to vote for one of them, irregardless. We don't have any choice. It's either that or a socialist.
Exactly. If you look at Hillary or Bernie, it's this nation, I don't think, can survive that as the way we know it today.
Okay.
I'm concerned about national defense, concerned about the lies and the loss of freedom that we're going to have in this country. We need to get back on a conservative constitutional footing.
Yeah, well, let's hope this election goes good. Well, don't be a stranger, Sam. Make sure we hear from you again as the election draws near, the primary.
Be happy to talk to you again, Gary.
Okay, thanks, Sam. Appreciate it. Good luck on the dinner.
Okay, thank you.
All right,
appreciate
take care.
it.
Okay, so the last story, do we got time to get another story in here, Derek? I think so, yes. Missing radioactive material in Iraq. A material stored in a protective case the size of a laptop computer went missing in November from a storage facility in the southern city of Basra. Well, there you go, folks. That could be ISIS's clue for a dirty bomb. Stay tuned for that. Keep your eye on it next week. Go to thedailydrift.com, stay informed, and make sure you vote on March 8th. It's important. Make your voice heard. We'll see you then.